Hello, and here we are at the 25th anniversary of the Seattle Northwest Flower and Garden Show. This is the 16th year that the Peninsula Daily News has sent down a bus full of people for opening day and the opening doors of the show. This show is actually the second largest in the nation and the third largest in the world. And soon we'll see the 23 huge display booths that make the core of the show, along with over 300 vendors, all sorts of information areas. Later on, we'll see the magnificent Sky Bridge and the container show. Funky junk, even great plant picks are here. But one of the reasons that we come to this show is for this week, it is truly the largest garden market in the entire world. With the supplies, with the knowledge here, all the designers of the show, any question that a gardener could ask, any product they need is found here and served to them by the experts in the field. So let's go on in and take a look at this magnificent show, third largest in the world.
On their way from the Olympic Peninsula to Seattle, garden bus tour goers get a pre-dawn wake-up dose of garden knowledge from Andrew, sprinkled with PD and humor columnist Pat Neal's famous one-liners.
Now, Squim is a place where people drive around with little dogs in their laps, causing the rest of us to ask, please, let the dog drive. Thank you.
The delphinium was blue when you could still see the lupin was red, not when they're all brown. If you cut them out so they haven't started to reproduce, the weather is such. So again, cutting back baskets, cutting back stuff, we're great weather for that. And here we are inside the main hall, and we're looking at the 23 magnificent display gardens. Kind of some interesting statistics. There are over 150 dump truck loads of sawdust and mulch that come in as the filler. As we see on the rocks, over 280,000 pounds of rock are brought in here, 32 semis of nursery material, and just a plethora of people and supplies, boardwalks and gazebos, all brought in and designed to create this magnificent place that we call the display gardens. Booths cost $55,000, and that's just the booth space. Doesn't count all the employee time. Most of these gardens are designed and worked on 9 months ahead of time, and many greenhouses actually start growing material 6 months, 4 months, 3 months ago in order to force it, we say in our terminology, to bloom. So as we walk around, you'll notice many things flowering now that aren't at this normal time, but was part of the design of the garden, be it they want a winter garden or a summer garden, etc., and they have forced and pushed this material to be in prime condition. Let's go look at the display gardens. Well, here we are again at the garden show at the display booths, and everyone has a ball when they come here. And at this gold-winning garden, you can see quite a creative use of ball for a metal type of fence work. Again, this show is all about designers trying to show their creativity. Not necessarily that any one of these gardens you would want at your garden or would work, but the creative aspects of it is what we're picking a designer for.
I would say this is my best show of the year, every year. So yeah, it's a very good show.
You just sell the crows? What do you sell?
Oh, a little bit of everything. The crows are my bread and butter, yeah. And then the owls do very well too.
You worry when it's hot. You worry when you're doing well. You worry when you're not. It's worry, worry all the time. You don't know how to laugh. They think of something funny when they write your epitaph.
again, now we're on the Sky Bridge in the container garden section and exhibition. But here's a very creative use. Is this an aquarium? Is this a water garden? And as you can see behind me here, the table is set and ready to serve, and with a creative use of lighting, so much of the backyard can become a living room. In fact, we see here in the Pacific Northwest, we're actually leading a horticultural revolution now for about the last 10 years, literally turning the backyard into a functional living room or den. Our weather is such that you can have year-round entertainment, and as we move around the show, we'll see quite a few of the display gardens and the vendors really feature outdoor living type of activity.
Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Enjoy yourself, for you're still in the pink. The years go by.
Really a creative use of how even pruning of just normal plants with a lot of gapping can make useful tools, art. So again, creativity is so important. Art in the garden. Here's a very interesting way to use pruning and imagination for a very interesting garden tool.
And this is the 4th time that I've gone to the flower show, and I like to go to the flower show because it's, especially on the first day, because it's not so many people there, and all the vendors are like ready to talk to you, and lots of products are still on the shelf, and it's a great day to get kind of in the mood for spring, because everybody here on the peninsula is like dying for the sun to come back out. So it's just a real fun day to enjoy the garden.
Oh man.